Hey there, basket brains, disc dwarfs, and frisbee freaks. Emerald City Disc proudly brings to you the greatest podcast in the world. Kirby Snyder, Darkwing Disc Kirby Snyder, Fairway Finder Ollie DePina. This is KO Disc Golf Show. Welcome to episode 92. Episode 92 is the ghastly episode. Famous players to wear the number 92. We got Reggie White. There was no Red Sox to wear the number 92 or Mariners to wear it either. Ollie, his with the Giants.
Debatably, the other 92 GOAT would be Michael Strahan of the New York Giants. Love that man. Michael Strahan from Regis and Michael, or whatever the show's called, you know.
It was Kelly and Michael at that point. Yeah,
Kelly and Michael,
Regis's
yeah.
seat. Yeah, that's huge, man. To take Regis's spot, that was awesome.
Yeah, so not only on the football field, on and off the field, a great 92.
Yeah, really incredible. Okay, KO question of the week. This is actually from Caleb directly. And Caleb said, why the fuck does Caleb's putt not stay in a Mach X dead center multiple times? So we'll go ahead and answer that at the end of the episode. You let us know down below. Ollie, how's it going, man? How you doing, bud?
I'm good. I got a haircut, took some weight off my head, which is nice.
Yeah, looking fresh, bud. Looking good. Ooh, all right. You got a spot you go?
I just have. I met him 4 years ago, and I was working at Big Mario's, and he was over by, and he was just like, I was about to go on my break, and I was like putting in a slice for me, and I was talking to him for a while, and I was like, "You want a slice on me?" And so I gave him a slice for free, and then like he just kept coming in and became a regular, and I just like kept throwing him slices, and he was like talking to me about how he cuts hair, and I was like, I haven't got my hair cut in like 2 years. I was like, you think you could do it? And he's like, yeah, for sure. And so I came by and he cut my hair, and I was so happy with it. So I've only gone to this guy. He cuts his name's like Alex Barber, I want to say, on Instagram. He's awesome though. He does an amazing job, but he cuts he has a good client list and everything. But it's in the Rainier, like right next to the Rainier building, like off I-5, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to like go there, and like it's like ninth floor on there, so you like go up this giant work loft area, and like you got a nice view of like all of the West Mountains and stuff. It's so cool. And then I also like, I feel like he's just like a good friend, so like I just sit down and it's just me and him in this like little work loft, and we just always like start chatting it up about life, and it's just a good time. And he always is like, "What are we doing?" I'm like, "You know what to do." I never tell him what to do. He's always gone at it, and I'm like, I just appreciate him and makes it look good. So I appreciate him.
That's sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then awesome. Work's been kind of. I got some closing shifts coming up this week, and it's gonna be the next 2 weeks are gonna be a little bit of a grind for me, and. But I'm going to get out and do some disc golf. With the closing shifts, I was like, you know what? If I don't start till 2, I'm going to get up and go play in the morning and make the most of my days. Instead of looking at it like, oh, I have to work at 2. It's super negative. I'm going to be like, it's just 2 weeks, and then I'm back to like probably my regular shift. So hopefully that'd be good. I got out to Fenwick the other week, or it was Thursday, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my first full round putting with new putters that weren't the alpacas, so I'm kind of onto some new putters. Kirby, do you have any guess on what the new putter could be? We'll give you 2 tries, and I'll give you that's it.
All right, so you're going from alpacas. All right. Initial question: is it like a huge change, or is it just kind of like a
huge change? This is nothing like an alpaca.
Wow. The whale.
No, I like the whale though. It's a great disc, but it's shallower.
Okay. The colt.
Ding 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 ding.
No way.
We
really?
are back to my my XT Protostar Colts. These things.
No kidding.
I just was lacking a little bit. Yeah, great guess. Oh my god.
I can't believe I got that. Holy
I mean,
shit.
I putted with them before. These are my babies. I used to putt these like when it came down to the winter time, and honestly, some of these colder rounds, I feel like my putt's just been lacking that pop, that consistent spin I have on the disc, and so like these shallow XT plastic, I can just grip this thing so well, and when I'm flicking it, it just comes out how I want it, which is like was something I was struggling with was like I know I can putt well, but the disc would just consistently I wasn't doing what I needed to do to get the disc to come out as consistent where this is makes those corrections a lot easier and I've been my putts have just been looking so much better like the whole entire flight and it's been making me really happy. So I went to Fenwick, I had some nice short tees. I shot pretty well, and just like everything that was in putting range, I was just like putting at, which was like making, which was like super awesome. But yeah, these XT Colts, I love them. I've had them for a while. I love these Proto Star Colts. It's only the Proto Star Colts also that I choose to putt with because they had something with the production where I think like something with the flight plate got messed up. And so like after I got a bunch of these and I was throwing them, and after like 50 throws or so, I want to say, like 30 to 50 throws, this big indent kind of came down on the disc and like it kind of just made the disc really like this part of the disc is super like pushed down where it really easy to grip between my
Yeah.
thumbs. And I think also with the XT plastic, so when I push it out, it feels so good. And so yeah, and like even like really far bids, I just feel like I'm missing like on the band or like kind of like slightly up where like a lot of my putts I feel like I was missing on the like low cage or just like not even getting it there where this no matter what I feel like my flick is getting the spin needed. So I don't know of how long, whether it's just like while the weather's cold or not, but I really am excited about this and I've already it's something I've done before and I'm excited to do.
That's sick. Hell yeah, dude. I can't believe I guessed that. I really,
No, that was good. That
I
was
like,
good.
I don't know where that came from. So that's hell yeah. Um, sick though. How many of those do you have? Do you just have like the two?
No, I have because it's the Proto Star, so they're a little hard to get a hold of. And then when I was reading about it, there was like only like 500 or 1,000 made that had like the really messed up thing about it, and I have 12 or 10 of them.
Holy crap.
And I also just found someone that was selling them. I'm gonna go hit him up again to see if he sold them or not. But he had like 6 of them or so, the Proto Star Colt. So I do have enough, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
If you do have Protostar Colts though, XT Protostar Colts, let me know. Your boy could use them. But I have like 6 of these yellow ones, and then at least 2 orange ones that I cycle through a lot. And then I have a couple other, a blue one and a couple other ones. But I really like these yellow ones.
Nice. Very cool. Um, yeah, my week was pretty chill all in all. I did so they're doing construction in my neighborhood and I have to take this like kind of side street to get up to Greenwood and this street has cars parked on both sides and it's already kind of a narrow road and stuff and there's like curbs that kind of come out because there's like a dumpster there and there's a bus coming towards me. So I was trying to get as far to the right side as I could and I clipped the curb and I was like, fuck, you can, kind of hear it. And we're like, Ellie's in the passenger seat and we're like, oh, it's probably fine. And I get up to the corner and I can hear the tire go flat. And I'm like, shit, we got a flat tire. We got to like turn around and go home. And we're like 1,200 feet away from the house. So it's like really like not that big of a deal. So I kind of like just like go around the corner, drop it off at home, and we have a second car. So we just like had to unload all the stuff and kind of get into the other car and kind of go on our way. But now I have to change the tire in that car, at least like swap it out because like it is like done. Like there's no it's got like a big gash in it and stuff like that. So there's no way I can even just like patch it up a little bit to like get to the thing.
Mm,
Here's the thing. I've never actually uh done like swapped a tire solo. Like I've helped out like other people and stuff like that and I do
yeah.
know how to do it, but never solo. So if you have any tips, anybody has any tips or anything they want to give me down in the comments below, I'm open to all suggestions as long as they're not super stupid or give me your stupidest suggestion that's also pretty funny. But yeah, this
Hey, if you
week I'm
need
gonna
a
be working on.
hand, I'm about to start working in the tire shop at Costco for a couple shifts. That's I was told do some cross
Ooh,
training. So you need a tire, I got you.
I might. So yeah, I just gotta like throw the donut on, but it's like I feel confident that I can do it, but also I started watching some videos of people doing them, and the more I see people fucking it up, the more I'm like, oh my god, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna like knock it off the jack, or I'm gonna like do something super stupid. So um, yeah, I don't know. The update to come later, but yeah, that's coming in up on my week. Um, EMac, Eric McCabe, he came by Emerald City Disc this week. That was really cool. He was up in Anacortes doing some stuff with Colin Bryant and with Dips Discs up there. And he had some time. I think that was like Thursday night, maybe Wednesday night, Tuesday night, maybe one of those nights. But he came by and he hung out for probably like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour of just like hanging out, just talking disc and that kind of thing. And had a really, really great time. I did actually ask him, I was like, hey, what's because he was saying that he wanted to recruit Colin to go to Emporia State next year. I was like, you should. He's an incredible person, awesome disc golfer. Like he would, absolutely slay. And you put Colin and Carter on a collegiate national team together, like there's
They're
very
winning.
few. Yeah, like I don't know how they lose, right? But I was like, EMAC, how does that work? I was like, how can you have a player who has like mild to like actual success on the pro tour then go and play at the collegiate level? And he goes, honestly, the only rule is that they cannot have a pro tour card. And I was like, wait, just like a pro tour card? He's like, yep, that's it. So theoretically, and we were like joking about this, Gannon Burr could not play disc golf in the year 2026, just say like screw it, I'm taking the year off. And then 2027, Gannon Burr, being Gannon Burr, could go and play collegiate disc golf because he does not have a pro tour card.
Does he have to
So
go to school then?
yeah, I think you have
Yeah.
to go to that school. He would never, obviously, it doesn't make any sense to do it, but that is the only, like, that is literally the only line is you just have to have a pro tour card. If you have a pro tour card, you're not allowed to go to.
I think they should change that.
I,
I
I
do.
mean, what? I'd be curious to, like, I don't know.
That's just my opinion as like
Sure.
and like I know we've talked about this kind of extensively, which I kind of love that it was brought up. Um but like
I
I
asked it
just
really
think
respectfully, I wasn't trying to, like,
it's a club
pester him about
sport
it.
in college. It's not like a I don't think it's a recognized or it's recognized by a lot, but I don't think it's like a it's a club sport, which is like cool. But like I think like help it like because like if it ever wanted to be an NCAA sport like or considered even like there has to be rules and regulations where like if you're in the NBA you can't go play in college basketball where like I just think that's kind of insane, you know?
Yeah.
Where
No,
like if you go play on the pro tour, whether it's like having a pro tour card, which I also think is kind of crazy because how many pro tour cards are there? Like
I don't know, like 80 or something like
I
that.
was gonna say like 80 to 100. Like
Yeah.
so 80 people of the I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey,
I
no.
do. I just think I think it's cool right now because like as it's growing and figuring out what disc golf is with money and other things like that. I think like that is really interesting. So like I just think there's always going to be like a validity part of things.
Sure.
Yeah, and
It's
like
tough
I
because,
think
like,
yeah,
no. I mean, I think I agree with you because it does seem a little like weird to have somebody who like the Gannon Burr example, right? Where theoretically, like, if Gannon Burr was just like, no, I want to go get a college degree, I made money disc golfing, I want to take time off and do this thing. Like, that is kind of on the like not okay side, but at the same time, you don't want to like close doors to people. Like, you don't want somebody who's cashed one time at a pro tour event to then not be able to like go
yeah.
through and get like a college sponsorship
But
too.
what if you've
So
made like $25,000 off of disc golf?
sure. Okay, so you'd have to like find a line then, right? So like if
Because
you
like
cashed in,
Carter's made $24,588 and he's allowed to compete collegiately. So I'm just saying like there's like money made professional. I don't know. That's where it's like the pro to like. Is this even?
sure,
Because isn't it MA1? Aren't these tournaments MA1 or whatever?
I think it's an amateur tournament. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's nothing but an $25,000 from tournaments is not an amateur.
No, I'm with you on that one too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
But
it was when he said it, and I was like, "That's awesome! Like this is the conversation I needed to have with you." Like,
Colin and Carter competing collegiately would be like it's like Braun and Wade. Like I don't even know how.
yeah, yeah. No, it's like no, it is. I mean, really, it's like putting Shohei Ohtani against like AAA players. It's like here's a rehab assignment. Go have
They're
fun.
just the
Like,
Dodgers, man.
yeah. I mean, that is what Emporia is trying to set themselves up to be, which is pretty cool too. Honestly, like, I don't know. I am. I would really like. It'd be really cool to see Colin go and he's already making a name for himself, but it'd be interesting to see that kind of be the avenue where he really pops off there. Um, but yeah, again, EMac and I talked about like how funny like the thought of like Gannon Burr leaving House of Disc was, and it was just like that's just he's like there's no way that's gonna happen kind of thing. So that was really interesting talking to him about that. Um, we had a tournament this weekend. Emerald City Discs did. It was Say It Ain't Snow. As you can hear, I am super sick. I didn't even end up going to the tournament. Just been real. I had like a head cold all weekend, pretty much. Still kind of getting over it a little bit. Just got a little bit of the sniffles still, but all in all, pretty okay. In baseball news, which has been absolutely miserable, Alex Bregman signed with the Cubs. And there's just like a question of like, what is Red Sox baseball anymore? Because it's just so frustrating. I mean, we're just the timeline of signing Alex Bregman to take over for Rafael Devers at third base, to then piss off Rafael Devers, to then trade him away, to then not sign Bregman back, and now we're out of both of our third basemen, and we still have third base and second base. It's just an all time blunder, and it's like it's just bad team management. It's they always say like there's no such thing as a bad 1 year deal. Well, like this is a bad 1 year deal because it fucked us up for years to come now, and we lost like our best hitter and our second best hitter from the starting lineup last year. It's a disaster. It's really super frustrating. I was sitting on the couch yesterday, and I see the Alex Bregman signs with the Cubs thing, and I just go, "What the fuck?" And Ellie's sitting next to me and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I don't think I am." And just like turned my phone off and just kind of like sat there in silence for a minute, being like, "What are we doing here? Like, why are we like this?
Why are we like this?
What is happening?" Um, so started doing Team
Some of
ECD
those.
posts. What's that?
Nah, keep going.
No. I started doing Team ECD posts this week. Um, started them today. Today's Monday. I'll be doing them all pretty much like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then like Thursday or Friday. I'll probably do like a big like collaboration post with everybody from the team. So you'll see those all come out in the next couple of days. Keep your eyes out for that. Really excited for Ellie. She started her new job today. That was awesome. Actually, a little bit of a hectic morning, dude. I don't know if you know this, but they're shutting off I-5 south. Yeah, the
Revive the five.
yeah, so the express lanes going from north to south are now shut like until June or something like that. So we went to get onto the thruway this morning, and it took us like an hour to get downtown to drop her off at work. It was
Today, or what's today? Monday? Yeah, today they
yeah,
opened up 2 lanes going south, but uh or no, 2 lanes will remain closed the whole entire time, basically
yeah.
until the summer. And then they're only stopping it for the World Cup, and then they'll keep going.
Oh really? Oh damn.
Yeah, so during the World Cup, they're actually going to stop and they'll open things back up, which is hilarious to me. We're such a performative city. Sometimes it feels like, in the sense of like when we have things, they're like, "Oh, clean this up," like homeless encampments, all this stuff, like, "Oh, everything's fine," and then like just doesn't matter. I don't know. It's so
Hmm.
interesting. They
And we
only
saw it
care
with
about like an image.
you saw it with the All Star game for sure. Like everything
Yeah.
downtown cleaned up really fast. Yeah. Um, Yeah, a little update on the OK Open. There's a little issue, a little snafu with booking Lakewood. I got all the information from the Parks Department about what you have to do to reserve the course, and we have to reserve the course 90 days ahead of time. Just way too much time. Honestly, I do think that's a little too much time for them to ask. As we just demonstrated with like our event at SeaTac this past weekend, we literally threw that together in I mean, a couple of days together. You know, SeaTac gave us the okay, and then we threw it together. So kind of frustrating, I guess, a little bit on that part, but it is what it is. Excuse me. But yeah, so Ollie and I are gonna figure out a day and then keep everybody tuned in there. Ollie, you put us on Spotify, dude.
Yes, I did. I got like I was laying in bed after work one day. I was really tired, and then there was one video I watched, and I got like this second wind. It was literally like, don't lay down, like don't get on your ass, like get up and get to like some motivational thing. And I was like, I'm gonna go put us on Spotify. And so I just went in and I was like, it can't be that hard. So I got on my computer and looked it up and made the account, and yeah, it was pretty chill, and I'm really happy with it. So we're on Spotify.
Yeah, that's huge. Go out, go to Spotify, give us a like, give us a follow. Yeah, I've had a bunch of people this week come up and tell me how much they appreciate it being on Spotify, and then be able to listen in while they're driving to the store, going to play disc golf and that. So super cool, man. It's awesome. It definitely is something that like I don't know. We just kind of did this, and we're just like, oh, we'll just throw it on YouTube and kind of like hang out and just chat disc golf stuff. But I listen to so many podcasts on Spotify, so the fact that I went from like Stavi's World and like all these other like this Red Sox podcast to then going to our podcast was just like really a very cool moment for me. So
Heck
really really
yeah.
awesome. Yeah. And then I don't know if you saw this, but the DGPT announced today, being Monday, but they announced that the Powerball is going to be the main sponsor of the, I believe, like the Pro Tour finale, or something like that. So, what do you think about Powerball being the main sponsor for the DGPT?
I don't know. I'm like, I'm glad they have like a huge money sponsor. Like obviously the Powerball's huge and like a huge company to get behind it, but like it'll help with the validity, like we were talking about earlier, of building this sport. But like, what does that mean? I guess in the sense of like, I just know the more like they pay, the more they're gonna want to control or have control of the results of like not results as like they're gonna like just like nothing's gonna be
No, no,
scripted.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying like they're gonna be demanding results in the sense of like viewership, attendance, things like that. I feel like so whether that helps make DGN and like other streaming things like that better, improve all the little things of disc golf or what this means for us. But I don't really know. I don't know. Yeah,
yeah. It's
I'm
interesting because I
hoping
don't.
it's similar to like how I'm hoping it's similar to how Europe like takes like big sponsors with like Ford and these other companies. Like if it's anything like that, I'm really happy.
Yeah, I'm interested to see like I don't know like what Powerball gets out of it, because it's not like anybody who disc golf doesn't know that the Powerball exists necessarily, right? So it's not like they're necessarily coming to a new market or anything. One of the things I heard that they're going to do is do for every like major event, they're going to pick five random attendance like attendees, and they're going to go and have like a ace challenge where it's going to be like 150 to 200 feet, and if they hit an ace they're going to win $5,000, and whoever gets CTP that day is going to get $500 no matter what. So really what you want to do is you want to go last, and if nobody aces you want to just like lay it up right underneath and walk out with that $500, like no problem. But that's a pretty cool thing that they're going to do. So it shows that like they are putting money into it. I did listen to, I think like Brian Earhart did the like All Birdies No Bogeys podcast, and they talked about it. And apparently like the Powerball, like if you spend $1 on the Powerball, they take like 80% of that and put it back into the community and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Because I don't know, it's kind of that like
What
sports
does that
betting
mean?
thing. What do you mean?
They put it back. Like how does that work?
Yeah, apparently like so if you listen to the Alberti, like check out that Alberti's No Bogies podcast, but it'll say like the guy was talking about how um like that like your dollar, like only 20% of it actually goes back into the lottery, and like the rest of it goes to like taxes and like all other kinds of like school fundings and like that kind of stuff. Which I thought was kind of interesting. So
Our money's just a
Um,
tax write-off for Powerball.
Honestly, it probably is. That's like how Powerball gets around it.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't. The one thing I didn't like on that All Birdies No Bogeys podcast was like the guy talking to Nate Perkins, and he's like, Nate. I know you've thought about winning the lottery before. Close your eyes and just like tell me what you would do if you won the lottery. And Nate Perkins is like, I'd buy a boat. Like he was so close, like I'd buy a boat. I'd go boating. I'd go fishing. Like, it was
I'd go
it was
fishing.
it was so funny. But yeah, he definitely tried to like I don't know. You could tell he like was trying to sell them on the idea of like, what if you won the Powerball? Like, how great would that be, kind of thing. So, I hope it works out well for the Pro Tour. I hope it's a really cool thing. Apparently, it's a multi-year sponsorship, which is also really interesting. So, we'll see how it goes, and we'll kind of see what becomes of it. But I hope there's a lot of like fan interaction and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I hope it's like. I mean, I don't think like. When I think of like, I know they're trying to get something out of it, but like major, I don't think like F1 fans. I don't think they like. There's like a is it it's like Rolex or something, but like or like the tennis one. It's like Rolex or something. I'm like, did they do that more just to like associate themselves with the sport, or is it just to like try to? Because like they're not people. Everyone knows what a Rolex is. You know, it's the same
Yeah,
point like that you just said there. That's interesting.
yeah, I'm not sure because yeah, you would assume that Rolex is getting like status out of that, right? Like the Powerball's not necessarily getting status out of disc golf.
But like maybe they see like what they can do. Maybe they have a plan of growing it and like what they're doing with like this is just this first year of it and like maybe the multi-year plan. Maybe there's a real plan they have. I don't know. It's exciting.
Yeah, I would love that. I really would. All right, time for the tournament recap presented by Emerald City Discs. Tournament recap by
Emerald City. Emerald City.
Emerald City.
Emerald City Discs. All right, this weekend we had the Say It Aint Snow. This was hosted by us at Emerald City Discs. Like I said, I was sick this weekend, so I was not out there. Um, So let's talk about just kind of getting into the event. Originally, the event was scheduled for South Fork, but because of the weather and that, we decided to move it to SeaTac. There was no issues with the transition to SeaTac, from what I understand. We communicated that pretty well to everybody. I didn't hear of any issues like on that side of things. Like I didn't hear of anybody showing up to South Fork and being like, "What the hell? Where is everybody?" or anything like that. So I was really happy on that side of things. The only thing that was like so Friday, I was super, super sick. Kayla calls me, and she texts me, or she calls, I don't know, whatever. But she goes, "Hey, so like they moved some baskets at SeaTac," and I'm like, "What do you mean they moved baskets at SeaTac?" And she's like, "Yeah, apparently like SeaTac's on like a monthly schedule of like where they're gonna move baskets and stuff, and the guys like just realized that they hadn't moved them. So Friday afternoon, Friday at like 11 or 12, they went out and they moved a bunch of baskets on us." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? They're like, why would they do that?" And she's like, "I don't know." And I was like, "Call them, get them to move them back." And she's like, "Dude, they already left. Like, we just kind of have to make this work."
They're gone.
And I was like, "Son of a bitch!" Like, "Oh no," you know. And I'm like, "Oh man," like I had told people all week, like, baskets aren't going anywhere. Everything's in good positions. I saw Brian Johnson as I was leaving Friday morning, and I was like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "Course is all set up." And I was like, "Totally, man. Have a great round. See you later." Like, absolutely not. So, that was, if that is something that I'm like, man, like, this also tells you, like, how sick I was, too. Because when that happened, I was like, "Kayla, this is the end of the world. Everything's a nightmare." She's like, "Kirby, it's totally fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal." And I was like, "It is a big deal. Everything's going awful." And she's like, "Shut up. You're fine." She didn't tell me to shut up, but like, she was definitely just like, "It's okay. Like, you're all right." And really, I was just like sick as all get out and just not in a good, space there. But, all in all, the event went really well. There was a bit of a pace of play issue from what I understand. Like, MPO waited on a lot of holes. Um, I heard some cards finished a lot faster than other cards did. I don't know exactly what went into pace of play. I did hear there was a couple of like lost discs, so like maybe a re-tee or that here and there. So I don't know if that's the full story. I think like legitimately people are just kind of rusty and kind of out of the tournament flow and the tournament swing of things. So first event back, people are kind of just like getting back into the flow, getting back into the pace. So Um, we're going to go through the winners real quick. Winning MPO, getting his first MPO win was our guy John Geiger. Really, really awesome. He beat out Caleb Joyner, and then our other boy Luke Gent coming in third. So excited for those guys. Caleb said that he almost threw it in on 23 to force a playoff, which would have been crazy epic. He said he got his drive around the corner. I assume he went left side, so really, really cool there. Um, Jody Dixon barely beat out Jennifer Rice for FPO. Steve Bell won MP60. Don Clark won MP65. Josh Resnick won MA1 over Adam Crawford. Robert Corrigan beat out Paul Knight for MA40. Bex Warrich beat out my business partner Kayla Signs Oridi for FA40. Richard Eastman took down MA50. Daniel Kokash winning MA2 over Doug Schaefer. Cooper Wilhelm taking down MA3 over Sam Granis. Kylie Fernandez from KJ Disc Dies winning FA3, and Brandon Clark taking down MA4. Congratulations to all the winners. Really appreciate y'all coming out and playing this past weekend. All right, time for the tournament look ahead presented by Disc Golf Threads.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
There can be only one World Wrestling Federation champion.
Acknowledge me.
Make sure you use the promo code DWD for get yourself a 10% off discount at Disc Golf Threads, my apparel sponsor for this year. There's really nothing going on in Washington, but I did notice that there is the Santiam Open or Santiam Open happening down at Timber Park in Portland. And dude, this field is absolutely stacked. I'm just gonna read through the top top couple of names. In terms of a grading, we got Dallas Garber, Scott Withers, Nate Sexton, Dustin Keegan, Emmett Keeson, Chris Nelson, John Ryan III, Colton Montgomery, Justin Anderson, Ryan Robinson, Daniel Pfaff, Trevor Snyder, Ryan Chelsea, Daniel Kitchens, Ezra Hapner. This is an absolutely stacked field. Tons and tons of really great players. I mean, I'm scrolling down and we're still in like the 970s, 980s. Huge stacked field of MPO down there. So should be a really, really exciting event. I imagine it's going to be a pretty close finish down there. So really, really cool. All right, time for the weather look ahead presented by AGL Discs.
Weather look ahead.
Together we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener future for disc golfers.
Oh, yeah. All right, weather this week here in Seattle. It's going to be wicked nice, actually. We're looking at highs in like almost 50 for a lot of the days. We're looking at Tuesday, mid-50s. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're looking at like sun popping out and that kind of thing. So really exciting. Winds are, not too bad. Next couple of days is going to be a little windy, but as we get into the weekend, it's going to calm down. And we're looking at almost no rain whatsoever. So get out there and play. This is definitely the week to do it.
Heck, very dry week.
Love it for this time of year. All right, Ollie, you ready for the ODP guarantee, my man?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Oh.
DGPT
Guaranteed.
Ooh. For this week's ODP guarantee, we're gonna run it back. I'm on a bit of a wrong streak. One of the ones before I put Oregon beating Indiana. They got absolutely BTA'd, belt to ass. Oregon it was horrible loss. The week before that, I took the 49ers over the Seahawks. This week, the Seahawks are playing the 49ers on Saturday. We're taking the Seahawks. Break my streak, please.
Don't do that to the Seahawks, bro. You're putting them on a death sentence.
They got this here. They got this. I've been on a little bit of a loss streak, and I said I shouldn't have bet against them, so we're not. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks to beat the San Francisco 49ers here in Seattle on Saturday.
I hope they win, and if they don't, we might officially turn this into the ODP guarantee curse. So we'll see how that goes.
If we lose this week, I will actually. It's basically gonna be like the guarantees are gonna be start being the things that are like they have to happen. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna be bad. But I think the Seahawks got this.
It's like I promise I'm gonna eat this and just take a big old bite right then and there. That's funny. All right, another thing that I heard a lot about last week. Ollie and I, for the first time, did like our local course review, and last week we got very into SeaTac and just kind of talked about all the things that we like and dislike and the features and how great it is and that. A lot of people came up and said that they loved that segment. So we're gonna keep that going. Local course review this week. We're gonna do NorthPark, Mineral Springs. Ollie, this is a bit of your home course. Is that right?
Yes, sir. This is what I would call my home course, where I really like God. Yeah, this is my home course for sure. I love NorthPark. Mineral Springs was like one of the first courses in Seattle and Washington to have the baskets put in the ground. Was built by Lowell Shields. Like a lot of the course design changed a lot throughout the years. So even if you go and you've gone recently, hole one looks like a big field. If you look behind you and there's like those buildings and you can see where the buildings start, that field used to be all the way down to there. So they actually ended up filling in that whole entire field, which is really interesting. But yeah, super cool course, 1.7 acres of property, I want to say, and we have 18 holes, 13 baskets, if I'm not wrong, with like alternating tee pads on all the different holes. It's a gem, in my opinion. Like, I just think if you can play NorthPark well, it's very in that moderate range of like difficulty where like I don't think it's too hard distance-wise for anyone, besides a few holes. And then, but it's all just like technical shots. And if you can shoot there, I feel like it's easy to shoot well basically anywhere that has some woods and some technicality.
Sure. What's your so my North Park was the first course that I played when I moved to Seattle here. My roommate and I at the time, he and I, we were in Seattle 24 hours, and we were like, hey, like we don't have anything else going on, we don't have jobs or anything, we should go disc golf. and we see this little course in Seattle, and we're like, we can bust there. This is awesome. Let's go. And we get there, and we're walking down past those like Nimbus, those like half circles that are on the ground. I don't know what those are. So we're walking past there. And this is, I mean, 12 years ago, 12 and a half years ago. And there's three like kids. They're like in their 20s. And they're sitting on those like clouds. And they're like cooking drugs on soda cans. Like just sitting there like in day. It was like, 10 o'clock in the morning. And they're just kind of sitting there like, just cooking them up. And we're walking by, and like I said, we just got to Seattle, so there was a moment where my roommate and I look at each other and we're like, the hell are we doing here, man? Like, what is going on? And North Park at that time was a complete mess. Like, it was really, really bad at that time. It's gotten so much better in the years since then. Like, really, like, the club that is in there now and the people who are in charge of the club now especially have done so much positive work for that course and have really cleaned it up in such a great way. I don't love playing it. It's kind of a mess as far as like the course and that kind of thing as far as I'm concerned. I don't love having 4 tee pads right next to each other, all kind of crisscrossing and kind of shooting different ways. It does kind of add to the charm of the course to that sense, but not my favorite thing. Ollie, what's your favorite hole at North Park?
I'd probably go hole 3 down the stairs just because it was my first ace.
It's a fun shot to throw.
But I like a lot of holes there.
If you can hit that shot, super, super fun. I really like 17. I think 17 is the one that is kind of like in that little gap there.
I based that one.
Yeah, that's a really fun shot to throw. What's your least favorite hole at North Park?
This is one I'll say I actually don't have a least favorite hole. I really, truly don't.
Really? I don't like
I
14.
can't even think of one. Yeah,
Nah. I don't like the tee shot on
I love
14.
14.
Nah, not a fan.
If you don't have a booming forehand,
I don't.
it's just
No,
a
no.
forehand shot. It gets you literally all the way to hole 5. I mean, I've birdied that whole putter, so I don't know. I like that hole a lot. I think it's one of the hardest par threes you could play in Seattle.
It's definitely difficult. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Definitely difficult. Um, as far as like amenities and stuff like that, North Park, there's a bench. They do have the best baskets. I like those disc catchers, those Chain Star Pros. Those are super nice. I like the three rings. But for
There's always a
1.6,
lot of parking. There's
yeah, oh yeah,
there's
parkings
like plenty of gas stations, other things right by to grab things. There's a lot of tables. There's a good lost and found section. Like we actually have a lost and found on like the course we did last week. So I think there's a decent amount of really great amenities. Like even though it doesn't have a bathroom, I think there's a lot of good there.
for sure. Yeah, 1.7 acres to fit that many holes is really, um, it's crazy. Like in like a good way. Like it's really like impressive to fit that many there. Um, yeah. What else you got about North Park, man?
I like it, and it takes a lot to shoot well there, in my opinion. Yeah, I recommend it. I don't think it's. I think it's not too hard to follow. Like I think if you play there like at least a couple times, right then and there, you kind of figure it out. There's only like a couple double backings, but for what it is and not having to drive like an hour to go play a course, it's pretty awesome.
You ready to give it a final score?
I'm gonna give North Park an 8-0.
I'm gonna give North Park like a 5.8. Like I'm just not a huge fan on it. So 8.0 and 5.8. I'll do the math later, and then we'll compare that to SeaTac, and keep like a running tab going. All right. Time to answer the KO question of the week. This is from Caleb directly. Why the fuck does Caleb's putt not putt in a Mach X dead center multiple times? Ollie, what do you got for us?
Can't have everything, buddy. Can't make every putt. Can't. That's simply it. You get to make every putt I've ever seen. So if you spit out on these mocks, then I'm sorry, dude. You have to know what a miss is like to understand how great these makes feel.
That's funny. My answer was sometimes it just be like that. So like it just, just be one of those days, man.
I think he's too damn good at putting. It's like if that I'm like boo-hoo.
Yeah, like what I think.
I've seen you
honestly,
hit
like
consistently every putt.
that actually is probably legit. Like he is such a good putter. Like he actually might just be like striping dead center too hard. Where it's just like, buddy, like miss a little right, like miss a little left, miss a little low, like, but he's not missing ever anything. So he's just cracking that center pole right in the middle and just getting this like crazy bounce back on it. He said it happened like a bunch of times though, even to the point where the other guys were like, "What is going on?" So let us know down below why the fuck does Caleb's putt not stay in a Mach X dead center multiple times? Let us know. All right, time for the draft this week. This is the soup draft. Like I said, I've been like real sick all week, so I've been eating a ton of soup. Ollie, go ahead and take the first pick, man.
Ooh. Puts me in a bit of a predicament, I feel like. I just want to make sure I get my other ones. But I guess I'll just take chicken noodle as the 101.
Sure.
It's pretty simple, pretty easy.
Classic.
Sick day, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I think they're better
classic,
suits,
right?
but I think that's a good one.
Yeah. My favorite overall soup, and I don't think that this would actually like. I don't know. I guess I would be like a little surprised if you pick it, but my favorite overall soup is Italian wedding soup. Just absolutely delicious. I love the.
I don't like Italian wedding.
Really? Oh man, it's so
I
good.
actually, I just don't like I don't like the Progresso Italian weddings.
Oh, with like the circle noodles? No, I like it better with like the little like
No,
couscous
it's
almost
maybe it's
noodles.
not Progresso. Maybe they're not circle noodles. I don't.
Like the
I
blue
don't know what the
can?
brand. I have a can Italian. Yeah, it's a blue can. Maybe it is Progresso.
I think that is.
I don't
Yeah.
think they're circular though.
They're like
Are they?
like round, I guess, instead of like little
I
balls. I
don't
like it the
know. I
better with
feel
the
like
balls.
they're a little. They have balls. No, they're balls.
Oh, I like the
They
balls
have
better.
balls.
I don't like the little cut pasta.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, Italian wedding soup. That's my one, or that's my number one soup for sure. And then my number two soup, and this is kind of a little bit of a different, but I'm gonna go with pho. Fucking awesome, dude. I love pho.
Oh,
Hit up some dope pho restaurants, but yeah, that's gonna be my number two.
that's why I didn't want the 101. I thought I could sneak pho later. But we'll take tomato basil because that's like
Yeah,
another. I already have like the two of the goats, so I'm pretty
you
good.
gotta. Yeah, tomato basil,
And
so
then I'm
dope,
gonna take
man.
my probably my favorite soup. Actually, my either my favorite, or my second favorite, but I'm gonna go with a French onion.
Oh, on my list.
French onion soup is literally like my goat. It's like
Yeah,
it is my 101. If
on my
French onion
list.
soup, the way the cheese melts on top,
Yes.
oh my God, the
Although,
onions in there, everything, nothing.
man, look, I'm about to say something that probably unpopular, but I like French onion soup more when French onion soup doesn't have the bread on top. I love the bread on the side, and I want to dip the bread and eat the bread like that. Like I just want a crostini on the side. I don't need it on top necessarily.
I don't care how you give it to me. I just want your French onion soup. I love literally all of it. I love.
No, it's great.
I
It
don't
really
care
is.
if
Yeah.
the bread's on, off. Like I'm just that flavor. Costco just got a French onion soup ravioli, and it's so good. Like that
Is
whole
it?
flavor is just so good.
Oh yeah. All right, for my next pick, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with butternut squash soup. I used to make this butternut squash soup back in the day that it was like is almost vegan. And I put like maple syrup on top with like some like nuts and stuff like that. It was just so delicious. Butternut squash soup, a good puree there. And then for my last pick, I'm gonna go with um, a loaded potato soup. Like some bacon, some green onion, maybe some cheese in there too. Really tasty, super hearty. I think there's a question like I don't know, like the difference between stew or the difference between soup and chowder is just like the existence of like diced potato. So if you like dice the potato up and you put it in potato
Hmm.
soup, is it still potato soup or is it potato chowder? Whole question there that we gotta get over ourselves. But yeah, loaded potato soup is gonna be my final pick there. Oh, you got one more.
I'm really bummed you took pho. I really wanted pho.
That's the best, dude. It's so good.
You fucking pissed me off with that one. And so I'm gonna take miso. I'm gonna take miso. I'm not even the biggest
Oh
miso
yeah,
fan, but I just feel like it would be underrepresented if we didn't have it. It is a great soup.
it is. Yeah.
Roxy loves miso soup, so shout out to Roxy.
No, I love miso. Yeah.
That's my
My
Roxy pick.
other.
Also, lentil soup I think deserves some cred.
Yeah, not bad. I had pasta fagioli. I think that's really good. New England clam chowder, not soup, but I was gonna let it go. I think. And then there's this one soup that I made. It was in this book that I
I
found.
wasn't.
Like, what? No chowders, no chowders. But I found this one soup in a culinary book a really long time ago, and you put carrots into a pressure cooker, and then you like basically caramelize the carrots inside of the pressure cooker with a little bit of baking soda, and then you puree that, and you like put like carrot juice in it to puree it. I forget the exact recipe, but the flavor of that carrot soup was unlike any other carrot soup I've ever had in my life. It was literally called caramelized carrot soup. Um, that was like
Mm.
really awesome. I've never had
Sounds
it.
very French oniony almost.
It it's like
Sounds
it's
awesome.
rich. It's really the flavor is really deep. I've never had it anywhere else though. It was only like that one specific restaurant that we were making it in. So I don't know if that's like a widely known soup or anything. So
chicken tortilla, I think, deserved a little pull. I love chicken tortilla
yeah.
soup. I think it's
No
like
doubt.
I never get it, but it's very good. Like I don't ever get it as in like it's not a tortilla, it's a soup. And I always put a bunch of chips in it. I love it. Very good.
Yeah.
But
Is
yeah,
like
fun
a
draft.
roll? Yeah, is like a roll or a slice of bread. Is that the ideal side for a bowl of soup?
Yeah.
I think so.
Or crackers. I don't know.
Crackers.
Isn't crackers
oyster
just
crackers.
to
Yeah,
an
yeah.
extent?
Crackers. I'm a bread guy though, so bread over
Because like
crackers.
saltines. Yeah, no, I mean I love bread too.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think. There's not that much else, but
Is chili a soup?
episode 92 is chili a soup. Yeah, of course. Of course. I think so. I would say. All right, episode 92, chili is a soup. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on Spotify, if you're on YouTube, big heart, comment down below. We love you guys so much. I can't speak for Kirby, but I can speak for me. Yeah. Aim high, shoot low. We'll see you next week. Peace. Oh wait. Peace.